Welcome back, Hunters. I'm SurvivalVis, and we return Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate G Rank Edition. So we've gone through almost every base monster from the Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate roster. The only one I haven't covered was base Crimson Fatalis in G Rank. If there is request, I will go and do a hunt of it, but I'm going to shift gears into tackling the Apex monsters now, just to show off their fights so we can see what they're capable of before we do bring the 4 Ultimate series to a close. So, we just got to, thankfully, a nice little thing about 4 Ultimate, at least at this instance, or this circumstance, was that it's very easy to find some Apex quests, because at the end of the G3 permits, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different monsters here, and then I do have some event quests for Apex monsters too. So considering we only have the 5 of them, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll 6-sided die, see what number comes up. If it's 6, I'll roll again. And we'll use this to kind of tackle what our first Apex will be. And it is number 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. An Apex Gravios. So I want to see what he's going to be like. Considering how black Gravios was, this might be a little bit of an interesting hunt. But I'm going to keep using the Grand Mutsu and the Kaiser gloves, just because I really love this set. With the addition of the Furious Edition having that evade reload to it, I really gotta try with Stregios in Sunbreak and the Blade Scale Hone, or the evade reload, being a armor tied skill, trying to play around with that and have some fun. Because in Iceborne, one of my favorite builds was the Raging Brack normal 3 rapid fire light bowgun with the evade reload. That was just fun to have so much firepower with just being able to dodge around and have yourself reloaded. Yeah. But one thing I do want to bring along, and I'm very glad that somebody did suggest it, is for like my stamina problems. Well, okay, maybe stamina problem is still a problem because I don't have that much dash juice there. But with me running into the issue of no, gee, I don't even have rare stakes to make that. With how I was running into the problem of my stamina running low, this would probably be a good way to offset it, is using the Mega Dash Juice. I do have to watch how much inventory I actually have available, because, like, for gunners, you need to have the combo books to get the ammo made appropriately, you need to have the potions, the charms and talismans, and then the stuff to combine for more ammo, so I get 1 slot free. But at least I do have a little bit of room there. So we'll just eat, and then we can head off and try out our first Apex monster. Well, our real Apex. I guess you get given a little taste of them in the 4 Ultimate high-rank village story with that one Stregios hunt. But that I really don't think is going to compare to what the Apexes actually are in hunts. I can't remember if I brought hot and cold drinks, though. That might be a problem. Oh, thankfully not. Yeah, so I'll have that. I'll be ready. I guess I'll start with the Y-Stone level 2 drive. I think this is what you use for the Apexes more so than other frenzied monsters. Ooh, yeah, he's got a lot of smoke coming off him. And he's pretty quick for walking his way over here. This might be a bit of a brutal fight. Now, I think the Apexes get, like, a little bit extra for some moves and attacks. I know it's probably going to be a pretty damaging monster, so we'll have to be cautious of that. Yeah, and already stamina has gone pretty low. Oh! Well, we already knocked it out of the Apex state, so that's a good sign. I think it's really Apex. Once you have them out of the state, it is basically just a normal fight until they go back in. we'll see what we can do against him. There are some monsters I know that are probably going to be pretty problematic, like Tigrex. I didn't think he actually had the walking fire shot like that. I thought that was only black Gravios. Yeah, he's not too happy about that, but that's kind of a good sign for us. No, maybe... No, see, he does do, like, the shots out, but when he's not Apex form, he doesn't seem to get, like, the self-defense of the gases venting out. Oh, yeah, that... Okay, just snag our way out of that. I am going to want to heal up to full, just to be careful. Okay, so we'll just have to keep an eye on him and see when he goes back into the Apex state. There are going to be some monsters, like, I think Tidal Najarala might be another difficult one for us. Because his weak spot as a monster, I think for gunners, is actually like having to shoot the little nubby arms he has. Oh, still got singed there. Okay, so there's the Y Stone active again. But I wonder how long he stays out of the Apex form for. I guess about as long as the stone takes to recharge. I guess it does make a little bit of sense because of how the Apexes are supposed to work as monsters. Like, I think a lot of your attacks will all bounce off, and they won't actually do damage to the monster unless you have a Y Stone active. Yeah, so here's now the lasers and the venting. Ow. He's still got a shot in like that. Wow. Okay, I'm going to do a tactical retreat because, we are not so good on health. That might prove a bit of a mistake because I do have the limited time of the Y Stone going, but I think carts are a little bit more valuable than that. There we go. Okay, so let's apply the other one and then continue fighting them. I am curious to see what the other monsters might have for, like, abilities and stuff. This just does feel like a Frenzied Gravios with a bit more speed. Oh yeah, see, there's... So, it's not every attack, though. Maybe it's... If it's not a weak spot, it deflects off of him? I'm not too sure. But it does kind of make this a little slower going. Ow. Yeah, if it's not the weak spot, it basically just deflects the shots. And now we're in for... Yeah, basically had to stay over there because he was after the cats. So I think until I have another Y stone up, we're kind of stuck just playing defensive. Although, he looks like he's slowed down a little bit, so maybe he's run out of enraged state. Come on, we gotta get... Okay, there's the Y stone active. Now we can try and knock him back out of that. And get him back to just being a normal Gravios. Oh! Well, not... There we go. Now he's knocked out of that state. Yeah, as long as he's in this mode, he's really not that problematic to deal with. I wonder if I can even take him down without needing to, like, combine more Pierce ammo. Uh-oh. Let's just get a little bit back. Well, I don't really have to worry about the Y stone effects because we are just dealing with him outside of their use. Come on, big guy, how much health you got in ya? Oh, he's doing his stimpy stomps away. Okay, a potion, and we should be able to just keep right on his trail and take him down a little bit. I do gotta admit, I love this set and the Furious Edition. I could look at trying to get the best Pierce heavy bow gun, but I think the utility of being able to get the, like, evade reload is just a lot more useful than possibly shaving down a little bit of the clear time. Although the behavior seems a lot different for when it's, like, outside of the Apex form. It seems like the move pool is more limited in what it'll offer, or what it tries to do. And of course, as I was talking about that, time for the Apex to come back. I sure like using the turret move. Oh. Oh, I am in a horrible spot for this. Okay, somehow managed to get out of that okay enough. Okay, he is limping, which is a very good sign. But we have run into... The Y Stone Drive is your bring it with you for every Apex hunt, because otherwise, it seems like you're going to run into the problem of a lot of the attacks are going to either bounce or get deflected. I don't know if it's like every single attack, or it's just like there's a chance on every one. There we go. Apex Gravios taken down. Can't really see too much with him stuck in the wall or beside it. But yeah, a bit more of a challenge than a Frenzied version, though I kind of lean the Frenzied might be a little bit more dangerous, because it takes a lot more to knock them out of a Frenzy state than it does their Apex state. Sure, they go back and forth throughout the fight more as, like, Frenzy, or as Apex monsters, but with the Y Stone Drive, as long as you can kind of keep consistent attacks in, you have a much easier time knocking them out to a regular state, which then kind of becomes a bit of a pushover to deal with. It's nothing that's really out there or is dangerous. Now, granted, this was only the first Apex monster we've hunted, so we'll have to see what the others are like. But we didn't do too bad, I'd say. Did go through a few potions and things, but kind of expected, and we'll just have to see what we... I don't think there's going to be any gear to preview. There is probably going to be, like, Divine Armor Spheres or Apex Gems we'll get for these hunts. But I don't think there's anything like a Apex Armor set for them. Large Wyvern Gem. Oh, actually didn't get a Divine Armor Sphere. Oh, maybe we did. There we go. Zenith Wyvern Gem. That's what they're kind of called. And nothing really there. There's a few things for that next stage. Text quest. I'm going to save that up. Okay. I'll just take a quick little... Actually, no, I don't think we saw any extra materials or whatever. I'm just going to see what the materials are to, like, hone the weapon, because that's the reason you go after the Apexes, is to get the armor up to their final levels, or it's to hone your weapons to get better stats beyond what they already are. I don't know if they... Maybe they do have a glow in the field. But yeah, you basically have 3 routes to take. It's sort of like how World had its own augments or stuff for the weapons. So you can either get an attack boost, a defense boost, or a life boost. Looks like they all just take... I'm surprised they take the armor spheres, though. Like, that's a surprising requirement. And then it is just the 3. There isn't anything like Hone Affinity. No, it doesn't look like there is. Okay. Okay, and that's what you put the Zenith Wyvern Gems towards, is to just keep upgrading your weapon beyond what you already have. I don't know if it can keep going indefinitely up, or if there's, like, a limit to how much you can do it. But with us going through the Apexes, I guess we'll find out and go for another level. No, actually, hang on, there's something to talk... Something in the assembly to talk to. Maybe it's like a arena match against an Apex? No, yeah, it seems to be something about that. Newsflash, new quest just in. Think you're real enough to slay Devil Joe or 3 Tigrex? Oh yeah, I knew you went back down. Wait, so is there actually... Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Slay 3 Apex Tigrexes as, Yeah, no thank you. I prefer life. I prefer live. We will not be tackling that. But we'll keep going through, keep taking down Apexes, and then once we've gone through all the Apexes, there is the Master's Test I will try as an episode for the series. But for now, we are good to wrap this episode of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate up right here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. And until I do see you in the next video, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.